Alright, let's see if I can get this done today. I'm near the end. I was just goofing off a little bit, and I let a new friend try the game out a bit. So I wasted a lot of resources and stuff, and she accidentally saved it. So I had to spend some time getting everything back up. I don't know how much I've wasted, how much I've gotten back, but for now, I'm okay. So let's go.
There are no shadows under the noonday sun. There wouldn't be anything left.
Prince Edaman escaped Sunfall. Praise the Sun King for saving him. It's always the one who suspect the cause of trouble.
There you go.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused.
Sure, that's what it is.
If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
I'll say fine just to get it over with.
As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
And that's a long talk.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do
All right.
is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Oh. Okay. Oh, Newt Sobek. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Look to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about the alpha build of Apollo, so much knowledge, so few restraints, and no failsafes. How they avoid repeating our mistakes. What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course, The Building of the Ship, by Longfellow. And it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. The stanza, or couplet or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. I guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time.
About to attack.
What's happening? Is the battle starting?
Another one. The same one. Or
Moment of your time, Outlander?
already did it. Don't need you anymore.
The army can't get...
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I do need the elevators, I suppose. Where the hell those went? I made some kind of misstep. Ah, here we go.
Oh, son.
What's happening?
Protect your
Is
city
the battle
from the
starting?
army outside its gates. We can't stay here. The
God
enemy's
damn it.
marching on the city.
Ammunition and bandages. Whatever you can find.
Fuck it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Well, it was taking so long. Jeez. Dum dum da da dum da 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 da. Dum 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 dum.
Kampadish once again leads the hunter's line. Always stay bright, always stay alert. That's what I say.
Have you just polished that armor, Uvid?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Aloy. I told
Hey,
you I'd
Teb.
be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nor at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Don't let your guard down.
This place really couldn't be more different than the sacred land, could it?
Oh.
Durval storm.
10/31/16. Okay, good. There's actually no one. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Shows seeing that coming, I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he had organized for ZD staff. Seriously. As though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too. And he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look at me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Or Thebes. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase. As though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their back against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. In advance, elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Alright.
Still he lives.
Vanasha. Oh, so.
Alita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Patrol were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs, anything that makes a difference.
Wow.
I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him, for both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment, every dawn and dusk. I should give you this, to help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
What was it? Antidotes. That's good. Oh, un momento, por favor.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then.
Petra.
I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Now this thing is dangerous.
All the medicinal stuff. Thank you. Look around for more people, like over here.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Vincent?
As many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion. Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian.
Huh.
The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
Okay.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not?
I remember you.
During the Red Raid, there was only one Karja butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Awesome. Alright, I keep hearing them, so let's find them, shall we? There they are.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming? I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life.
Really?
The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
Alright then. And as for you, Uthid.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although
I watched that,
I can't
Vanasha.
shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me, like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it.
Yeah.
Well then, Meridian shall stand and shadows shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Okay. Next up is the Spire.
She's the last of the house.
I already read it.
The scrapes.
Oh, there is some room for some medicinal. I'll have to keep my eyes open for that then. I wonder, is there more crafting I can do for carry capacity? No. Nor do I need it. Oh, that's the spire. Alright, I don't think I've ever actually been to the spire completely.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Alright. So that's one.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These cards are in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
The Anointed.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Alright then. And now the young ones.
Greetings, Aloy.
Laurel.
Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called Anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know?
Of course.
All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Alright, nice.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Hey, let's not get cocky, boys.
Ah. Cocky, birds, funny.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big.
Yeah.
It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? But where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear
Nice.
that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
That's awesome. Is that the last one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We have to scramble. ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the office together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do, so they accepted it, no Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to the office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I had abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate, raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive. For life's sake. I'll go tell the others. And that was it. I'm only missing one out of the quests. Missing a few audios. Alright. And with that, I don't think I need to hoof it back if I have everything there. I'll fast travel.
Owen's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
No, I took care of everything. I don't care. Let's put it this way. That's the main quest. I have no idea what to do looking for the power cells. I must have missed them, obviously. I don't care about the lodge stuff. I did that. It doesn't matter. That's hunting ground stuff. Don't care. And not important. So yeah. No, I'm good. All that's done. All that stuff is done. It doesn't impact the story. It's just for level progression, and I'm maxed. So yeah, it's time. Let's get this over. Fine. Oh! It just continued me anyway. I was gonna save. I realized I hadn't saved, but... Alright, here we go.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you?
Wasn't easy for her, I'm sure.
How did you rest after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
You're not wearing your focus, so... All allies joined. Helped everybody, so everyone wants to help back.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west.
Here we go.
King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
What is it?
Corruptors.
Or how it begins, anyway.
Oh, it's you. More of you.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says! Get loaded! All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
Helis is already in.
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
We got it.
You have fixed me.
Should have fought me in the sun ring then.
Why? The end is inevitable.
run red in flames.
Bridge can't take much more of this. It's giving way! He's too dangerous and close.
What are you before the terror of the sun?
Jeez.
One who will take you down. Can't let him in close.
I am chosen. You came from nothing. I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
Cute.
None of this was meant to be healers. You made it happen. Followed your orders, butchered so many, and for what? To die on your knees, used like a pawn by a power you don't even understand.
You pity me?
Yes.
Turn your face to the sun.
Well said. I pity you for all this crap that you did, thinking you were doing for a higher power when you didn't even understand what you had.
Who's shooting?
Really? Oh, down? Crap. Okay, sure. Why not? Nice.
Meridian! Hold the line!
Where do you need me?
Take up a cannon! On the platform!
Oh, I'm not allowed to leave that platform?
It's taking a shot at me.
Raise arms again! West!
Damn it. Not anymore, it's not. Damn it. No. Got it. Oh boy. And way more. I liked it better when I was firing Falcon with a cannon.
Coming!
And I just lost my cannon. I missed that cannon already. Come on, Aloy, wake up. It's not over yet. It's dragging Hades. Aloy, wake up. Aloy, come on, girl.
Aloy.
Thank you, Teb.
Aloy. Aloy. Teb. My own mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they?
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Teb. I've gotta go.
Them. Now you face their true sons, shadow demons.
Helped a little bit. Deal with the rest. Damn it.
Hades is transmitting.
Where is everybody then? Scarab? Or one of the Deathbringers? I did not remember the name for the Deathbringer. Deathbringer. Eating up biomass to create their machines. Oh, they're not open yet. I gotta stop before they do. Okay.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Honora, Baron's vanguard. I have to get up there. Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
Gotta move.
Aloy!
They're alive.
It's Aloy! Well, you can see that. We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up.
Where'd I leave? Yeah, I don't care.
To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of entity has been accounted for.
That's so. We'll see about that. Well, shit.
Entity.
Another machine's on you.
Thanks for the warning.
Time I've got left.
Jeez. No! Ah, damn it. The Bellback suicided on me. I was at the end, too. Fuck. Alright. That was close. I was really close. But now that I know, I have a better idea of what to do. Damn it. Go, go, go.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Probably should have taken the focus off, just saying. But let's see. Or not. Gaia? Hello, Gaia.
Master override armed. To activate state.
Oh, that's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Dead forever. Don't even need it anymore, huh? Where are you going back for it? I don't know. All might, all might, all might. That's weird. From what I was told, the ending isn't that impactful, but this feels pretty impactful. What, you just mean the last fight is nothing, is, you know, a Deathbringer and tons of machines? The fact you've already fought Deathbringers before? Data integrity restored.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I'd hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something.
That's her.
To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit.
All 3 things.
Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
That must have been her home. And there's the game. Okay, so from what I was told, the ending kind of happens somewhat abruptly, and when it's over, it's like, that it. Alright, the way I see it, that probably stands to the fact that the epilogue that you got really happened before the final fight, and that's, you know, talking to all the people that you've dealt with, you know, and you're talking about how the Nora have opened up and this and that. Like, you got your actual epilogue right before the final fight. You know, sure, she didn't choose who she'll be with, but, you know, that's up to her and her future. If there is a future, like another sequel or something like that. Like, my pick would have been Emmett. Because they seem to work quite well together, but, you know, She doesn't need somebody. As for, you know, how you dealt with the final fight, the only reason I even died was because of a surprise death robot a surprise dead robot falling on top of me. Other than that, the fight wasn't hard. Maybe it's because I was playing on normal and I was maxed out, I don't know. The fact that the final fight was essentially a Deathbringer, which I've already felt, what, 2 other times? There's nothing new there other than the fact that it was a Deathbringer, and then more robots. So, you know, I mean, there's not much else you can do here. You know, I doubt there would be a sequel because there's really not much story left. You know, I'm pretty sure that Hades is the only core that went rogue, and even if another one went rogue, it didn't have the kind of abilities Hades had. Because of that, the sheer fact that there's nothing else that is like Gaia, it means that there's nothing else that could pose the same kind of threat. Therefore, there's not much of a sequel that you can do. You know, maybe I wish the final fight were to use up more of, you know, everything you've learned. Like, I didn't have time to use my sharp-shot bow. I could have used the tripwire. The ropecaster was absolutely useless at the end fight. You know, because it's too much. In the end, it's better off just to get the sling out and start blowing things up with bombs. That's what I ended up doing at the end. And I realized that was the best option. Bomb, 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 bomb. That's it. Like, I'm waiting to see if anything happens after the credits. You know, maybe, like, jump into the future to see how everyone is doing. If not, it will, for some reason, if there is nothing after the credits, I will agree it feels a little flat. But I've had games like that before. Trying to think what else to say. Like, the combats was really cool. You know, obviously, you know, choosing between range and melee, range with way more creativity. The ability to, you know, manipulate machines to have them fight each other is also cool. Eventually, they're no longer threats. Not really. Not unless you're being reckless. You know, the big stuff really works best with, you know, taking pieces apart and then fighting them that. You know, Ravagers and Thunderjaws, best methods is to break off their cannons and then pick up the cannons and blast them with said cannons. You know, Stalkers, you know, yeah, it's, the other stuff is fighting them with their weaknesses, best bet. Human AI was an absolute joke. And their method was just swarming with absolute, like, tons of the people. Hell, the final fight with Helis, it wasn't really so much of a fight. It was, you know, move around, shoot the fire barrels when they're around, kill all the other people while that was happening, and then hey, I killed one with the big gun. Get the gun, shoot, and dead. It's just the humans are nothing compared to how you fight the machines. And it was designed that way. But if that's the case, maybe... Here's a thought. Maybe have a machine which Helis can pilot. Or put him in one... Okay. Or give him one of their high-tech suits. That way he seems like even more of a threat. Like, the whole thought of giving something to a mech to pilot, it rings hollow because the entire point of the machines were to be completely autonomous. So it's absolutely pointless to have that. But no, give him one of their suits. Give him one of their high-tech, you know, shrug-off-fell kinds of thing suits, and then have to really think how you're going to hurt him. Ha! Yeah, that's cool. Cosplayers and fan artists. I've seen some good shit. Gorilla babies. So yeah, the Helis fight was disappointing. Final fight was just another Deathbringer, but with a lot more rope machines to try and get in your way. Hades was just poke, and I win. I feel I'd have to play this on a much harder difficulty in order to get the real feel of what I have to do for the Deathbringers. Because after the first time, it's kinda no longer felt difficult. Or it felt dangerous, let's put it that way. I didn't play the Frozen Wilds. I don't have the Frozen Wilds. If I skip, am I gonna miss anything? Alright, here, good. There's something after. Take it apart. Take it apart. Damn it. Huh. Oh, no.
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
There you go. See, that's sequel. That is sequel baiting. Okay, you can actually have a sequel. Good. That makes it feel a lot better. It's not gonna just say, "Oh, and there's the game. Have fun, everybody." All right, that helps a lot. Hey! Trophy earned. Ended the War Machine threat. For now, apparently. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dreams of an Earth Reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow. Prior to the final battle, you can keep all loot. Additionally, they can plus, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all loot. You can plus, loadout from your current inventory has been created. Cool. The real hero. Blast bombs. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. Aloy, thanks you as well. Did she ever save? I don't think so. And that. Take care, people.